Hey guys, I'll be right with you. Let me turn this off before YouTube has a fucking fit. Alright guys, welcome back to 1822 MC Adventures and More. My name is Pete, this is my channel. I'm wiping the bugs off of Silver right now. Went for a ride Thursday. Very nice ride, but I was very uninspired. Didn't ever turn the camera on once. So let me tell you about my week, guys. Be right with you. Alright guys, my week this week really wasn't much to talk about except for one thing. Right? So Tuesday, I go fishing and I catch one punk ass bowfin. He was about 18, 19 inches long. Didn't even put a fight up. You know, I think he was like an Antifa type. Talked a lot of shit. In other words, he hit the shrimp real hard, and then as soon as I set the hook and got serious, he didn't want nothing to do with nothing no more. I just pulled him in, yanked him off the hook, let him go. Was not worthy of a video. And then I also caught some little bluegills. No big deal. And I went Wednesday, I went fishing again. I went cane poling in the creeks. All I caught, one little flyer. Embarrassing. And then I had stuff to do the rest of the week. But Monday was special. That's what this whole video is about. It's actually, believe it or not, this is an ammo can lunch video. Let me fill you in on what's going on here. So Monday, I take my oldest grandson down to the community college because he's a college man these days. And so I need some gas. And so I'm like, well, I'll ride around a little bit before I have to pick you back up, and I'll top off the tank with the cheapest gas I can find. So I'm in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I go down to the end of Western. It was like Western and Gum Branch, and there was a Speedway there, and it was like 353. Yeah, thanks, Brandon, you fucking jackass. Anyways, so I pull in there and I walk inside because it's paid for. There's no place around here anymore that takes you at your word. You have to walk in and prepay. So I go in there and I get up in line, and there's one person in paying and they're leaving, and there's a person behind that guy and then me. Now I'm looking at this guy, and all of a sudden my bounty hunter senses kick in, and I'm like, ooh, I know this guy. I fucking know this guy. Well, yeah, I do. I hadn't seen him in like 21 years. So I'm looking at this guy and I'm sizing him up. Where do I know him at? And I'm looking at his hair. He's got jet black hair. And he's not wearing his mutton chops anymore. And I'm like, is that Elvis? And I'm standing there. I'm not ready to say anything yet. And so he's up there and he's talking to the girl. And she said something to him. And then he's like, as he's reaching into his wallet, his jacket rides up, and I see his black and silver freaking belt, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Elvis. And as he's reaching in for his wallet, he says something really hokey to the girl, and he's like, well, let me tell you, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, fuck, that's him. Of course, I'm right behind him, but I was like, Elvis. And he turns around, right? And he's like, holy shit. And I'm like, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a long time. And he's still looking at me kind of weird, and I'm like, last time you seen me, you would know me as Savar the Bounty Hunter. And then you could tell his hard drive started smoking a little bit. He's like, Savar. Oh yeah, I remember you now. And I'm like, hell yeah, how you been, bro? And so let me fast forward back about 20 years ago when I looked like this. And unfortunately, I can't find my pictures of this guy. His claim to fame was, and I met him doing some autograph signings down in Jacksonville back when I was a pro wrestler, and I also booked him on a show just because of his gimmick. And he was not a wrestler, he's just an entertainer. And his claim to fame was, he was Midget Elvis. I shit you not, Midget Elvis. Really cool dude, he's about this tall, dead ringer for Elvis Presley. And he wasn't just a local superstar. I mean, this guy traveled all over America and Canada in his prime, doing his Midget Elvis gimmick, right? So I'm like, wow, so cool. Of course, now he's old and he's getting forgetful. He's not wearing the mutton chops anymore. He don't have his hair greased back, you know. He's done got old. Like I said, I ain't seen the man in like 20, 21 years. So whenever I see someone I ain't seen in a long time, I'm tickled pink to see them. So I figured I bumped into my old friend, Midget Elvis, and for those of you that cringe every time I say midget, let me fucking tell you something, snowflakes. That's what paid that man's bills. His tour of duty as Midget Elvis. That was his claim to fame. Midget Elvis. That's what he went by. So don't nobody get their panties in a fucking wad just because it's 2022. So, in honor of not only my friend Elvis, but the Elvis, let's go outside and make some lunch. And what was Elvis's favorite sandwich? Well, of course it was a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. So let's go outside and make us a sandwich. Alrighty guys, so here we go. We're out here in Studio A kitchen, and we are going to make a lunch good enough for the king. That's right, Elvis's favorite sandwich. Fried peanut butter and banana. And I had to look it up to make sure I didn't make it like a goof. Alright, so I'm going to start out with lightly toasted bread. That's what he says. Some peanut butter. Take the banana and mash it. And this one's getting kind of liquidy, so I'm probably going to be drinking some banana juice before I put that in there. The only thing I did different was I did put a little squirt of honey in the banana just to sweeten things up. And some butter. And this is dessert. I don't know if the king liked this stuff or not, but as you know, I've been making cobblers out in the woods, and I've been making them in the house too. So here's some peach cobbler. And I can't imagine Elvis not liking peach cobbler. I mean, come on now, right? I mean, any good southern man worth his weight from Tupelo, Mississippi, no less, would absolutely be in love with peach cobbler, or any other kind of cobbler for that matter, right? So let's get this show going. Gonna get photobombed by the hammock. So first things first, fire up the grill. I'd say probably a low medium. Alright, so here, guys, we're just going for it. Right. Now for the banana. They specifically said take a ripe banana and smash it up. So that's what we're doing. And if I had not taken the time to research this, I would have just sliced up the bananas like I did as a kid, right? So now we'll throw a little butter down there and we'll fry this bad boy up. And now I'm going to cook this probably about 2 minutes on either side. And hopefully I won't be scorching it. So yeah, my old buddy Elvis. I was so happy to see him. Like I said earlier, I'm always happy to see someone that I have not seen in a long time. You know that they're still up and kicking. But yeah, Midget Elvis. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you know, in my lifetime, there's only been 2 people cool enough to wear a cape. And that would be the king, Elvis, and of course, Evel Knievel. Only 2 men in modern times, as far as I'm concerned, badass enough to wear a cape. Boy, this thing's cooking quick, ain't it? Ooh-wee. Well, I don't want to burn this thing, so we'll set it over here. We'll turn this off. We'll let that rest for a minute. And in here I have some fruit punch. You've seen these bottles before. They're not double insulated, so they sweat. That's why you don't want to put one of these in your travel koozie cup thing on the handlebars, because just like a bottle of water, you'll get sprayed as it sweats. But I ain't going nowhere today, so it's got ice and fruit punch in it. Alright, let's slice a little piece of this off and see what it looks like. Fried peanut butter and banana. Hail to the king. Way to make a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. Never again will I slice the bananas long ways or in little thumb slices and put them on the bread. This is the way to do it. Oh my God. You know the deal. Give me eat in peace. Put the camera back on in a minute. Alrighty guys. A fried peanut butter and banana sandwich and peach cobbler for dessert with fruit punch. A lunch fit for a king. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, and I'll write the recipe down in the comments. But I have a feeling the rest of the day is me taking a siesta. Find something to listen to for a little while and fall asleep, and I am out of here. So. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios, amigos.